This is video 3. This is the third and final phase, the workout phase of this program. I need to backtrack real quick. In the other video, last video, I said I gained 35 pounds in 3 months. That was wrong. It took 6 months. It was a hockey season. So cleared that up. The other thing I forgot to say, if you're doing the diet portion of this correctly, the only time you should feel hungry is when you wake up in the morning. You should not experience hunger all day. And I mean not just one day, I mean week after week when you're doing this. You won't know what that feels like except in the morning because you have that long break. And I can tell you what happened to me. In the beginning, you know, this is where the discipline comes in, okay? I had the schedule set, you know, eat at these times. So I knew when it was time to eat a meal, like the afternoon, it's 3:30, time to eat. There were times where I actually felt like I just ate. I mean, not only was I not hungry, but I was kind of full. I still ate. And what happens is, over time, you stretch your stomach. You know, it's one of the negatives to this, but believe me, as an ectomorph, when you want your stomach to go back, 3 weeks max, your stomach is flat again. Because it's not fat, it's your stomach expanding and it sticks out. So when you're relaxed, you'll notice if you're wearing a tight shirt, you might notice a little something there. Okay, it's not, but you will get some fat. Like, let me show you. Okay, you see, I don't know if you can see. You can see my abs to here and here. You see this? Okay, that's what makes your abs disappear. And you're going to get some of that. So it's just a byproduct of this program, but it's the only way you're going to put on weight. And I can't lose it like I could because I'm 66. So that's probably here for good. That what I just showed you. In your case, if you're in your 20s or 30s, within 2 months, that's all gone. Guaranteed. Stomach's back. I'm going to get into that in another video, but for this video, we're going to talk about working out. So you're either going to work out at home or you're going to have to go to a gym. I recommend you work out at home if you can. The first question, do you have room? If you don't have room, it's not even an option. You got to work out at a gym. If you have the room, I bought this equipment just to make these videos. I haven't bench pressed. I haven't used a barbell, stands. I haven't used that in 15 years. But I bought this stuff to make the video, and I priced things out. And what I came up with, you can get 200 pounds of iron plates, standard plates with the 1-inch hole, standard barbell, the safety stands, and a bench for about 400 bucks. If you can't afford 400 bucks, then you gotta go to the gym. But I figure, I don't know how much gym memberships are. They gotta be 30 bucks a month, I'm thinking. So, you know, that's $360 a year, plus you gotta drive there and back. And the big thing is distractions. When you work out at home, there's no distractions. I mean, unless you have a family, but that's a little different. When you're in a gym, I never worked out in a gym doing this. The only time I ever worked out in a gym was machines, and I really didn't care. Like, you know, oh, I want to use that machine. Someone's using it, I'll just go use that one. Then I'll come back, that kind of thing. With this, you know, like if everybody's waiting to use the bench, that's going to affect you. So if you can, I would work out from home. The other thing is, if you live in an area that's got a lot of people, high population, you can go on like Facebook Marketplace or someplace where people sell used stuff, and I'll bet you could get all of this for 200 bucks. So either way, I'm going to show you how if you did it from home, but it's pretty much the same. There's a few variations. You're going to need, write this down, you're going to need 2 50-pound plates, 2 25-pound plates, 4 10-pound plates, 2 5s, 2 2.5s, and 2 1 1/4s. That's right. This is your friend right here. 1 1/4 pound plate. This is a 2.5. So if you decide to work out at a gym, first thing you want to do is check out the gym and make sure they've got free weights, and make sure, I recommend a standard bar, because the Olympic bars, I've never used one, but I've been told they're like 45 or 50 pounds, just the bar. When you first start, depending on how weak you are, you may not be able to do a couple of these exercises just with a bar. So, you know, you get a standard bar, it's half the weight or less. But if the gym, you research it first. If they don't have, if their smallest iron plate is 5 pounds, don't go to that gym. It's not going to work. You need these, and I'm going to show you why. Let's see. Okay, so you're also going to need a worksheet. Now, I'm an old guy, so I use old-fashioned stuff. If they have an app on a phone now where you can make your own worksheet on your phone and just update it, do that. But I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to show you the old-fashioned way. You get a piece of paper and you write down these 5 exercises: bench, deadlift, press, row, squat. Okay? And the object of this is you want to be lifting a weight where you can do 4 repetitions, but if you do 6, it's too light. 4 to 6. So the very first workout you're ever going to do, if you've never lifted weights before, or if you just don't really know how much you can lift, you got to find out how much you can lift, and you don't want to do it all at once. You don't want to say, I think I can lift 150 pounds, bench 150 pounds 5 times. You don't go right to the heavy, because you'll hurt yourself. You need a warm-up set. And so what you do is you guess the best you can what you think you could comfortably do, let's say 10 to 12 of that weight. I haven't done this in a long time, but I put, I've got 90 pounds, okay? So this is gonna be, I hope, my warm-up set, but as I'm going, I'm counting and I'm feeling, how does it feel? Because you don't want to go to failure. You want to go until you're straining a little bit for that rep, and you want to stop, because you don't want to wear yourself out. And then you can calculate from there, and I'll show you. And when I say failure in this program, you worked out to failure, what that means is you can't do another rep if your life depended on it. That means you worked out to failure. You know, you've seen guys in the gym that are doing higher reps, you know, and they get to rep 12, they're like, ugh, and they're done. This program is all about each set is to failure. That's what's going to make you grow. And I'm going to show you on the bench press. The warm-up set, the one where you're dialing in, you do it not slow, but you use a steady motion, like this. Okay, so I got these safety. I'm going to show you what these safety stands do for the bench press. You want about here, the grip. If you get too narrow, it's going to make it harder, and if you get too wide, it's going to make it harder. So I usually go about right here, and I'll show you something while we're doing it. When you bench press, when you grab the bar, you want the bar right there, pushing right down on your forearm. It's like this is like if you're jacking up a car to change a tire, this is the jack, and that's the frame. If you grab it like this, and there's a gap here, you're going to get less strength behind it. So you make sure you feel the bar right on here when you make it. I'll show you here real quick. It's not as important in the warm-up set, but I might as well show you now. So if you put your like your here and then grab it, then you know you're in the right position. And then this is how you go like this. 1, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. See how the movement? 5. See, now I'm starting to feel it already. 6. I'm going to stop. That's 7. Okay. I think I could have got 10. It was getting tougher, and in my mind now I'm going to calculate 8, 9. I think I could have got 10. So the object is put a weight on where you can do 4 to 6 reps. If I can do 90 for 10, this is where math comes in. There's a lot of math in this, but bring a calculator. If you know, I have a math mind, but if you don't, just bring a calculator. It's that easy. So 90 pounds, 10 reps. If you add 5% of that weight, in theory, you're going to do 2 less reps. So 5% of 90 is 4.5 pounds. I can do 5, or I can do, let's see, 1.5, 2.5. 5 is a lot closer to 4.5 than 2.5. So I'm going to add, if I add 5 pounds to this, that's 95. I should do 8 reps. If I add another 5%, another 5 pounds, be 100 pounds, I should be able to do 6 reps. And that's my target, 4 to 6. I don't want to go too heavy because I don't know yet what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 5% twice, which is 10 pounds, and do it again. So I'm going to put 10 pounds on. I'm going to put a 5 on each side. Okay. No, I said, what did I say? I said twice. Okay, so it's, yeah, that's right. 100. That's 100 pounds. Now I'm going to assume this is the weight I'm going to be at for the 4 to 6. Watch the difference in how I lift. It's a different lift. You come down faster. You have control, but the object is to get down as fast as you can, and then you drive it. It's like, get off of me. You're not nice and easy. You're driving it. That's how you get your power. Okay, so, and I'll be counting as I go. Remember, I have to do 4. That's minimum. When I get to 6, well, you'll see. I'll do it. Okay, here we go. Here, and here, and here. Ready? 6. 7. I did 7. I did 7. Now, as you get better at this, you start to get a feel for, even though it was hard, like number 7 was hard, I might have been able to do an 8th one. And that's what these are for. In fact, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to raise the bar, but I'm going to show you why I have those. Let's say when I got to 7, I felt like, let me try one more. And the one more is critical. That's how you grow. You know, 10 to 12 reps, you don't grow like that. It's that last couple where your body says, geez, the next time he does this, we better be ready for this. Okay, so let's say I got to 7. I got to 7. I'm going to try for number 8. And I can't get it. Oh. Man, I almost blew that. But anyway, these are pretty wide. You know, that's got to be, I'm going to say 6 inches wide. I try, this is all new to me. I haven't been doing this, but I'm trying to get my head back of here. So when I'm coming down, you know, I'm within this range. Just then, I missed. I came down over here. But even if that happens, it's a lot easier to lift a little bit and get it on here than if, you know, this weight right here, let's say I didn't have those stands. And I came down on my chest and I couldn't get them off. It's not that big of a deal to let it down. You can slide it like this, try to get it off, or you can roll it to here and sit up. But what happens when you're doing 200 pounds? It's a lot tougher. It's more dangerous. So if you're working out at home, get something like this. This is brand new, 75 bucks. You find a used one, I bet you get it for 40 all day long. So anyway, okay, so what did we do? I did 100 pounds. I did it 7 times. That's too much. It's not too much weight, too many reps. So I don't have to do another one because I know if I add 5% to that weight, I'm going to be down in the 4 to 5 rep area. So I take 100 and I add 5%. That's an easy one. 105 pounds. And I write it down, 105. I write down, that's the weight, that's the reps. So I know when the next time I do this workout, I need to bench press 105 pounds 4 times, minimum. And the whole key to this is when you do the next workout, when you get to 4, you go for 5. The only reason you wouldn't go for 5 is if you're, you will learn how to do this. Number 4 is, then you know you're done. But if it's, you go for 5. And if you miss, you have these. If you're at a gym, I don't know, they probably have a similar setup. So that's for, this is, and then you go to the next one. I'm not going to do them all, it'll be too long. But you go to the deadlift and you guess. Now I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. The second video, I am going to do every exercise and show you little techniques. I mean, I'm not a big technique guy, but I don't want you to get hurt. You can get hurt on this one by not having safeties. You can get hurt on the deadlift and the squat, your lower back, if you're not doing it right. So I'll show you on the next video, and I'll tie all it. But so your first workout, you have to dial in like I did. You have to guess, how much can I do? 10 reps. You got to do it. Then you got to calculate the 5%. Every 5% you add to that weight drops you 2 reps. And you want to get into 4 to 6. That's where you're locked in. So now I would go to the deadlift and do this exact same routine until I locked in how much I could deadlift, 4 to 6. Then I would go to the press, the row, and the squat. And I would be done. That's the first workout you ever do. I would be done. You're done. And I'll explain in the next video how you work out after that. But this first one, you're just dialing in, okay? Let's see, I want to make sure I covered everything. The exercises, and yeah, if anything I missed, I will add, you know, I'll figure it out and I'll add it to the next one. Don't start this program until you watch that 4th video, okay? Because there's a lot of little things in that 4th video that are very important. So this is number 3 of 4, and I'll do that one here in a couple of days. And by the time you're watching this, chances are they're all up, ready to be watched. Just watch them in order, get all the information before you start. Okay? yeah, that's it for this one. I will, we'll go in more detail on the workout in the next one, okay? All right, I'll see you then.